The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. You talk about this Miami defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, nice move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career, and you realize it's not just about the numbers, it's about the accomplishments, it's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
The Jets at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
The throw right sideline here is complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that? Significant. It ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Mostert. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job blocking. Finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's into the hands of Chosen. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try it now with Mostert. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Tua wants to throw it on second down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task.
Touchdown, Jets! Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone. And
his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game. and maybe open things up for a comeback.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Cook up the gut. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Rodgers
looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 14. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Xander Horvath, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Ready. Ready, team. Everyone got 4 out. Check. Lucky.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play action, now it's Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run for it. H.A. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 21G. Tua sets up to pass it. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback